Ever wondered how to make the perfect apple pie? Today we're going to embark on a culinary journey, crafting a classic dessert that's loved globally, the apple pie. Each ingredient we use plays a crucial role in creating that perfect slice of heaven. From the crisp, tart apples that form the heart of our pie to the buttery, flaky crust that envelops it, and the subtle spices that tie it all together, this pie is a symphony of flavors waiting to be discovered. So, are you ready to get started? First things first, gather all the necessary ingredients. This apple pie recipe calls for a delightful mix of items. Let's start with the star of the show, apples. We'll need about 6 medium-sized apples. They provide the filling's juicy, fruity element. Next, sugar, about 3/4 cup to sweeten the pie and balance the tartness of the apples. Then there's flour, 1/3 cup will do. It acts as a thickener, preventing our pie from becoming a soup. Butter, about 1/2 cup. This adds a rich, creamy texture to the filling and helps brown the crust. Now spices, a teaspoon each of cinnamon and nutmeg. They impart a warm, comforting aroma, making our pie taste like a cozy autumn day. Lastly, we'll need 2 pieces of pie crust. The crust acts as a vessel, holding all the delicious filling together. Now that we have all our ingredients, it's time to start baking. The star of our show is, of course, the apples. Now, preparing the apples is a dance of peeling, coring, and slicing, a rhythmic waltz that brings us closer to the pie of our dreams. And let's not forget the importance of apple selection. Each variety adds a unique twist to the flavor profile. Some lend a sweet note, others a touch of tartness. It's all about finding the perfect balance. With our apples prepared, we can move on to the next step. A great apple pie isn't just about the filling, it's about the crust too. The perfect pie crust is a delicate balance of flakiness and sturdiness. It's the golden, buttery shell that holds our delicious filling. So let's get started on creating it. First, remember that temperature is crucial. Our dough ingredients, especially the butter, need to be cold. Why? Because when those little bits of cold butter melt as the pie bakes, they create pockets of steam that result in our desired flaky texture. Now onto the dough. Combine your flour, sugar, and salt. Cut in your cold butter until you get pea-sized crumbs. Slowly add ice water and stir until the dough just comes together. The key here is not to overwork it. Overworked dough equals tough crust, and we certainly don't want that. Once it's ready, wrap the dough in plastic and let it chill in the fridge. This rest period allows the gluten to relax and the moisture to distribute evenly, making the dough easier to roll out later. After chilling, it's time to roll. Lightly flour your surface and roll out your dough to fit your pie dish. Gently lift the dough, fit it into the dish, and trim any excess. Remember to save those trimmings for decorative pie crust designs, and voila! Your pie crust is ready to cradle that scrumptious apple filling. With our pie crust ready, it's time to fill it up. Now it's time to bring everything together. With your perfect pie crust ready and apples prepared, it's time to assemble this delightful dessert. Begin by layering the apple slices into the pie crust. You'll want to arrange them evenly, ensuring that every bite is a taste sensation. Then sprinkle your sugar and spice mix over the apples. This will create a lovely syrup as the pie bakes, enhancing the apple's natural sweetness with a hint of spice. Next, it's time for the top crust. Whether you're opting for a classic top crust, a lattice, or a crumble, gently place it over the apple filling. Don't forget to cut a few small slits in the top crust to let steam escape. This will prevent the crust from becoming soggy. Now it's time to slide your pie into a preheated oven. Bake at a temperature of 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. The baking process should take about 50 minutes, but keep a close eye on your pie. You're looking for a golden brown crust and bubbling syrupy filling. That's when you know your pie is done. Let your pie cool on a wire rack before slicing. This allows the filling to set and makes for easier, cleaner slices. And there you have it, the perfect apple pie. All that's left is to enjoy.